In this video, I'm asking, does the law of attraction really work? I'll let you know at the end of the video, and I'm also going to share the real secret. Without this, all of your manifestations are dead in the water. Now, I've read a ton of law of attraction books, including the Kabbalion and the Master Key System. I've listened to every novel Goddard teaching and lecture for hundreds of hours, and I've experimented for years to try and understand this better. So what did I learn? You can see why people fall in love with this idea. You simply think of something, feel the gratitude for it, and instantly it falls in your lap. Law of attraction states that you attract things in the frequency of that which you are. Simply resonate at a higher frequency and anything can be yours. So why is it so many people don't have what they want? When I felt blissful in myself and in my life, good things happen. And the opposite is true. When I've abused my body, my life, or other people, bad things have always happened. I'm not talking about karma though. It's kind of a cause and effect here. Now, before I share the real secret that makes manifestations work, you have to understand, I cannot prove to you, nobody can prove to you that manifestation works. But you can't prove that it doesn't work either. It all comes down to one thing. Let me share some manifestation stories. Now, I've got many that have happened to me over the years, but these are the really poignant ones that really stick out in my memory. Hang on till the end because I'm going to share the secret with you. Now, the first manifestation story happened to me a few years ago. I was in Florida at the time. I was on holiday. My brother, okay, I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this because it's a personal story. My brother has been a drug addict for many, many years. Now, when this happened, try to understand the chance of my brother turning things around would be very, very minimal, okay? He'd been an addict nearly all of his life. I'd never known him to be clean and sober, okay? He'd been in and out of jail for his whole life, pretty much. For this to happen was a very, very minute chance. Now, I thought about my brother every day for about 2 weeks. I thought about him getting clean and, I just asked God to help him. And I thought about him, going into a rehab and imagining what that would be like and seeing him afterwards. Now, after 2 weeks of doing that every single day, also, we weren't on talking terms, okay? I get a call from my brother out of the blue, and he's told me that he's found a rehab and he's checked himself in. And I remember just being like, wow, like I was blown away. Sure, you could say one thing led to another. This is just a coincidence, right? But, what are the chances of me imagining it every single day for 2 weeks and then it happening? Pretty slim, right? So this is story number one. Now, the second story, I was in the early stages of a breakup with an ex. The relationship was kind of deteriorating, but I didn't know that it was over officially. Like, I didn't know what was really happening. It could have been either way. I had no idea. But I remember I was sleeping on the sofa at the time for this stage in my relationship, and I remember just imagining the feeling of being loved. I really wanted to feel love, and I wanted to be loved in my relationship like anyone, right? And I only did this one time. I just imagined the feeling and I felt the gratitude of feeling loved and what that felt like. I didn't know at the time, I didn't know that I wouldn't be with this person. I just wanted to be loved, and I thought it was by the person that I was with at that time. It turns out that that relationship failed, and then very shortly after, somebody who was already in my life, we became friends, close friends, and then we got closer and closer still, and I ended up falling madly in love with that woman. I've never been more in love with another person. I've never felt as loved as I am with her. Again, you could take this as coincidence, right? What are the chances? But for me, there's too many coincidences to just be like, do you know what I mean? And the third story happened kind of recently. I think it was about 6 to 8 weeks ago. And this is what I was saying in terms of feeling good. When you're feeling good, you're supposed to imagine yourself from the end, right? Think from the end. My channel, for all intent and purposes, is not doing too great, okay? The subscribers, I'm getting new subscribers every single day, and I'm getting new comments every day, and I've got some really loyal subscribers, and we message a lot, and you know, replying to comments and stuff like that. But, you know, for all intents and purposes, my channel is not doing amazing. You know, lots of videos still get less than 100 views. And if I remember rightly, I was just imagining a video doing really well. I went and made a video. Now, this video is completely off topic from anything that I do in my channel. It's like nothing I've ever made, and it's probably the worst, like the worst video I've ever made. There's no effort in it whatsoever. And that video ended up racking up like 10,000 views. I think it's like 9,800, which, okay, it's not setting the world on fire. For me, that's like viral. Do you know what I mean? Like, to go from like 100 views, some are 1,000 plus, you know, some are a few hundred. So to get a video that did 10k views on the week that I was trying to manifest something for YouTube, again, coincidence? You might say, yeah, but maybe the topic was just right and the thumbnail was just right. But what are the chances? Again, like, I've had many stories like this. Oftentimes, you know, I'll be thinking of something through the day and 2 minutes later it will happen. Lots of stuff like this, like, happened to me yesterday, like 3 times in the day, like within about an hour. So, you know, there is no question that we become what we think about, right? We are, you know, we are shaping the world that we live in with our thoughts. Everything comes down to what we think about. We make images in our mind first, and then we make them happen in the physical world, right? It's like, oh look, I'm thinking about touching this pen and talking on video, and I've just done it. I've just manifested it. That's all manifesting is. It's thinking of something and then bringing it into the physical realm. But the thing is, and here's the real secret, okay? The thing that makes this work is your belief. Like, your belief. You know, I've looked at different manifestation techniques, but it's your belief in something, or you personally, it's your belief that really makes it work. Without belief, nothing works. It's just like when you're a child, right? I don't know about you, but I remember in the house that I grew up in when I was like 2 or 3 years old, I remember looking up the stairs and I'd see the pitch black, like on the landing on the next floor up. And I would be so scared. Like, my mind told me that there were bad things up there. I don't know if it was like ghosts or like demons or whatever, but I never ever went up there. Now, you could not have told me any different. I fully believed it. My mind made it real, okay? This is what is happening. This is why I say belief makes it real, okay? Times where maybe you've got jealous of someone. Maybe someone was hitting on your girl, or you thought they were. Because you thought it, you believed it in your head, whether it happened or not, your mind made it real. You fully believed it. So you have to be careful where you put your belief. And also, what I was saying about thinking good thoughts, feeling positive most of the time. You have to do every single thing that you can to make yourself feel as good as possible. You're manifesting all the time, whether you believe it or not, okay? You're thinking things and then you're acting out. So you have to make sure that you're feeling as good as you can possibly feel. The more blissful that you feel, the more genuinely happy that you feel, the better and more consistently you're going to be able to create the things that you want. Guys, remember, it is your God-given right to be successful, and it's your responsibility to reach your potential.